Don't do nothing. That is the worst thing you can do. Let me push you over the edge, Chapman. Let me be the confidence that you need right now. People are out there sitting at home waiting for someone like you to come out there with a course. Maybe you can't get $397 like you were planning, but guess what? Can you get $27? What if 1,000 people gave you $27? You'd have $27,000 a month coming. Isn't that better than nothing? What it is. Hey, listen, folks, as you guys are starting to get objections out in the world, keep in mind, the objections are going to come a lot harder. Ultimately, right now, if doing nothing is their smartest move, you got to convince them that is not the smartest move. So you're telling me that you have a limited amount of money, correct? And that you don't want to get rid of it because if things go bad, you want the money to help survive. That makes perfect sense. I'm sure a lot of people are in that situation. But I can also tell you that doing nothing is only going to make nothing happen. Okay, by doing nothing, all you're doing is depleting your resources until you have nothing. Doing nothing means you'll have nothing. Now, again, the question is how can we make an investment right now to where in a couple of weeks you can start generating money, more money than you've invested? Now, if you think that's a possibility, let me know. You guys got to turn into closers, man. You have to identify and isolate the objection and then talk common sense to these people. Common sense is not to do nothing, folks. If you do nothing, what do you think will happen? Nothing. Don't be that person that does nothing. Okay, there's a lot of people out there and they're doing nothing. And guess what's going to happen? Nothing. Okay, listen, guys. Take a little bit of the money that you have. Put it on a credit card. That's 30, 45 days out. Okay? Do something for yourself. Your family's going to depend on you. Okay? Do something for yourself where we can make some money. You know how to make money? I do. Lightspeed VT allows you to go out and issue usernames and passwords to let people in. Now, again, whatever objection they throw at you, I mean, throw me some objections. Act like you guys are all one company. You know, whether you're an app customer or whether you're a gen customer. You know, if you're looking to make money online, I can help you do that. A Lightspeed system, spin it up. It's $200. Can you afford that, Chapman?
Yeah, we can afford that.
Okay, so let's spin up a system. There's some pre-made private labels that look gorgeous. Hey, we can upgrade it later. But spin up a system. Let's get you a course dropped in there, add some test questions, and then start selling that to the public through landing pages and other things. And again, depending on how much you want to invest or how much you have to invest, use the word invest, not spend.
Right. So basically, Brad, we really want to just look at the full scale of what we feel like is going to take place, because you and I both know in 30 days, this marketplace may be completely different. Our product might be worthless in 30 days. You know, based on the things that we teach. So, you know.
Well, then guess what, Chapman?
Yeah.
Teach something else.
Yeah, that's what we're thinking, Brad. That's what we're all looking at each other thinking, that maybe what we're teaching right now is not going to be valuable in the world that we come back to in 30, 60, 90 days.
Well, I think you're being a little more dramatic than you need to be, because when the world you're going to come back to is going to be the same world we just left.
Sure.
Hey,
sure.
Chapman, we're sitting in our house waiting for a fucking bug to pass so we don't all get it, overwhelm our fucking hospitals.
Yeah.
Otherwise, people die unnecessarily. If we don't overwhelm our hospitals, the people that need the help can get the help. Let's say a hospital only has 50 beds.
Right.
Okay, but 90 people go in there needing a respirator. See, coughing. See, the point is maybe 90 people show up needing a respirator. You got me?
Yeah.
Okay, well, guess what? What if only 30 people showed up for a respirator? Because everyone else stayed home.
Right.
Okay, so now everybody's getting saved. Death rate is way down. The reason we're isolating in our homes is to keep away from other people, to stop the spread of this virus. This virus is not that deadly unless it hits everybody at once. You understand that?
I do.
Okay, so you're sitting in your house right now, and if you do nothing, nothing will happen, Chapman. Do you believe that?
I do believe that.
Okay, so listen, maybe we have to adapt.
Right.
Maybe we have to figure something else out. Maybe if you were training on things that are just not feasible right now, I would agree with you. Don't launch with a course that nobody can use. But Chapman, can you show people how to make money online? Can you show people how to do e-commerce? Can you show people how to do Shopify? Is there anything you can help businesses or business people or individuals right now? Do you have any knowledge whatsoever that can be valuable to people out there?
Yeah, I mean, I think collectively throughout the partners, we have a lot of things that we can bring value to. I think our big thing is, would Brad be able to help us with some of these ideas? I mean, as we come up with them, I mean, can we put that in the deal? I mean, just for security purposes. I mean, we get it. We know we need to adapt, but would Brad be willing to work with us, a fair amount to roll this out quickly and capitalize on what's going on?
Well, I've only been here less than a year, but I can tell you this. I know Brad won't work with you unless you're a customer.
Okay.
And Chapman, a customer is $200 a month minimum. If we do this right, you can spin up a system for $200, zero setup. We're waiving all setups. Okay, you spin up a system, it's $200 a month minimum, and then guess what? Brad is getting on the phone with all of our clients, and he's talking about all kinds of things, and now you will be a client, which means now that we are looking out for you as well, because if you don't make money, Chapman, we don't make money. What's the point of me getting $200 from you? There's no point. What I'm trying to do is get you to spin up a system so we now have a tool that we can leverage online to generate recurring revenue by helping other people. Now, yes, you may have to pivot on your courseware. And if you guys have to collectively get together and think about that, that makes perfect sense. But you don't have to think about doing something, do you?
No, I think we've all decided that Lightspeed's going to be the platform.
All right, well then listen, let's not be like everybody else that just sit back, watches the news and scared until all of our resources are gone. Let's take action. Let's make a small investment. Let's spin up a system. If you want me to get Brad on the phone with you, again, I guarantee you he's scrambling just like everybody else. But look, I've seen him get on phones with people. Ideas are his thing. Trust me. So again, we've got marketing services. We've got people that can make landing pages. We can do all kinds of things, but we don't do anything for anyone unless you're a customer. Now, Chapman, how do we get you to pull the trigger on being a customer?
Yeah, send over the link.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it right now. Just pop up. I'm going to put it in my window right here. Here's my link right here. It's open up the window.
Okay.
Bam. Okay, now I spin up the system. That's better than nothing. Number one, $200 spin up. Okay, now what? Now what do I do? Well, now you say, listen, let me text Brad and see if he has time to jump on a call this week. All you guys need is a few ideas, right? You guys are capable of making content. You're capable of doing everything else.
Oh yeah, we got the full team. It's just how do we pivot? I mean, we haven't made millions of dollars making content. I mean, we're a consulting firm, so.
Have you made millions of dollars consulting?
Yes, we have. Okay,
well, now you just need to consult from a distance.
Exactly, which we haven't done before. So we're a little nervous, especially given the times. And talk with Brad would be awesome.
Well, listen, that makes perfect sense that you're a little nervous, but don't be like the rest of these people that are just going to sit there.
Oh, yeah.
Covering their eyes, putting their head in the sand, watching the news, listening to all the media hype. I mean, come on, guys, stay isolated, but stay smart. Let's pull the trigger. Let's get moving.
Right. Yeah, we're excited to get going. We're excited to get moving.
Yeah, now see right there, if you would have said to me, I forgot it passed, but ultimately there was I could have went another objection and another objection if I were the customer. But at the end of the day, guys, it's still the same thing. Doing nothing, you're going to get nothing.
Right.
Don't sit there during this time and do nothing. Now, if you don't do Lightspeed, cool, but please do something. Don't just sit there. Better your company, better your processes, better yourself. How about closing? Are you good at closing? What if I could interest you in a closing school? where you can sit there for 30 days and go through the content with repetition. You know, you want to improve your team, you want to improve yourself. The 4 areas you're going to need to focus on regardless of COVID. The 4 areas that you want to focus on regardless of COVID if you want to blow up your business. Sales, you have to do sales online or otherwise. Customer service, if you're pissing everybody off, your reputation is going to go terrible. So now anyone that deals with your customers better learn how to do it. And again, it doesn't matter if it's in person or online. Customer service is customer service. Compliance, dude. Compliance. Okay. And then team development, personal and team development. What are you doing right now when all your people are at home? Are they getting any better? Are they becoming more valuable? Are they becoming a bigger asset to your company? If the answer is no, guys, maybe you should consider, not spending that money. Okay. Or maybe consider a 10% pay cut across your company, take that revenue and boom, create something that generates more revenue. Folks, this isn't an expense. It's an investment. It's an investment in you. It's an investment in your business, and it's an investment in your family. Don't sit back and do nothing, guys. Okay. Now, if you guys need a couple days to think about what course to create, that wouldn't stop us from doing business today. Okay. Once you're a customer, I can freaking call Brad and see if he'll jump on the phone to help you brainstorm. I know he doesn't mind doing that. I just don't know his schedule.
Right. That's understandable. It's understandable.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, guys, let's go ahead and pull the trigger on this deal. Okay. And by the way, that goes with anything, the $5,000, the only thing you guys have to be aware of is people aren't going to fly in to film shit, dude.
Yeah.
Now I could have Johnny and Marty show up at the office and film people. So if you find someone that says, yeah, I'll do it if I can fly in right now and do it, and they're not afraid to fly in at all, fly the fuck in, dude. Johnny and Marty already said they'd go down there and film people. Now, our mandatory closure, not whatever, is for essential businesses. One of the businesses that is listed as essential is a media company. So Lightspeed VT is a media company. We're getting the knowledge from the people who have it to the people who need it. We're creating content to get to the people to help them through these times. There's a lot of people going broke. You know why they're going broke, Chapman?
Because they're doing nothing.
Because they're doing nothing, brother. You don't want to be caught doing nothing. Fear paralyzes people, and then their resources deplete. And now they're really screwed. Right now, they're only kind of screwed. Do something to get out of it. Now, again, maybe it's not a Lightspeed system at this time. Maybe it's a course. Maybe it's an e-commerce course. Do you have an e-commerce course you could create, or do you want an e-commerce course?
Right. Well, I mean, I would want to create an e-commerce course.
Okay, so let's get rolling. Let's get rolling. I'm going to send you the link right now, dude. It's $200. Quit acting like you're going to fucking starve.
Yeah,
dude. How about we send you a jar of peanut butter and a loaf of bread? Like, dude, come on. Don't just sit there and do nothing.
So I get it, Brad. I get that you guys have a really awesome platform, but I mean, come on. We both understand that there's more that goes into this, right? I mean,
Yeah, here's what goes into it, Chapman. Get a system.
Yeah.
Make some content. Put it out for sale.
How do the last part there? I've never, so do I pay somebody for the lead? Do I pay you guys for the landing page? How's that work?
Yeah, if you don't have any idea whatsoever, then I'm probably sure you might be interested in one of our marketing packages. Why?
Okay.
Well, because, dude, you're going to need a landing page to drive traffic to. That landing page should be dialed in with the best practices. It should convert.
I agree.
It should convert. And not only that, Chapman, but listen, I know Lightspeed has let people in for free. So you can get a lot of people to come in for free, look like a hero, and then interactively upsell them the rest of your course once they're inside.
Smart.
But doing nothing is not going to work for you. I promise you, if you do nothing, Chapman, nothing's going to happen.
Right.
Okay. See, I keep going back to common sense.
Yeah, I see that.
I keep going back to logic, leverage, obvious gain, intelligence, and common sense. Common sense tells me if you don't do nothing, you're in a worse situation, dude.
Right.
Just like if we didn't self-isolate, we'd be in a worse situation because we did nothing. Guess what we did? We all shut down our fucking businesses and went home, isolated in our house. The whole world just stopped. You know why? Because if we did nothing, it would be worse. Don't do nothing. That is the worst thing you can do. Let me push you over the edge, Chapman. Let me be the confidence that you need right now. People are out there sitting at home waiting for someone like you to come out there with a course. Maybe you can't get $397 like you were planning, but guess what? Can you get $27? What if 1,000 people gave you $27? You'd have $27,000 a month coming. Isn't that better than nothing?
Sure is.
Okay, so what do we got to do to get this moving?
Well, talk to me about the marketing package. You said what you guys have the service. Where does it start? How much money are we talking?
Well, again, between us, that's being developed right now, so you'll have answers by next week. But if you were to talk to someone tomorrow about that, here's what you would say. You would say, guys, here's what I've seen, okay, in my short time here at Lightspeed. I've seen a landing page, and I've seen traffic get pushed to it. I've seen people spend $1 million on advertising, like Grant Cardone and Tony Robbins and all these big wigs. And I've seen people send traffic for chump change. Okay. And even if you wanted to, it doesn't work that way. Like, for example, Brad with his closer school. Okay. He literally started at $200. $200 brought in $600. Then he raised it to $300 and it brought in $800. Then he spent $800 and it brought in $1,500. Then he spent $1,500 and it brought in $3,000. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
You only need to spend a little bit. So your biggest expense would be a landing page. Yeah. Now, I know a lot of people out on the internet that'll build you a landing page for $500, $600, or $1,000. Yeah. I know that our services, are top quality, best practice, and you should probably consider those. Now, if it's like tomorrow, they say, well, how much are they? Folks, I don't know how elaborate of a landing page you need, but here's what I do know. If you're not a customer, Chapman, we won't do anything for you. Yeah. So why don't we spin up a system and make you a customer, and then I'll get marketing on the phone and let's coordinate a call and see what else we got to do for you. But at the end of the day, if you have no system, you can't create any passwords. And if you can create no passwords, you're sitting there like a sitting duck.
Yeah. Oh, wife's not going to like this, but.
Yeah. Well, your wife's not going to like fucking starving either. So let's get rolling.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. Let's do it.
See, dude, and by the way, we're just role playing, but dude, that's how you close a deal. And customers are not always that easy. But you guys are always not this convinced either. You're not this persuasive either, are you? No. You know why? Because you sound like a bunch of fucking reps. Don't sound like a rep, dude. Not in this day and age. You got to freaking have some confidence. You have to give them the confidence they lack. And the reason why I sound so convincing is because of the confidence. It's because I'm using logic that you can't argue with. Hey, if you do nothing, you'll have nothing. Who's going to argue with that? Well, that's my fear. What if I do it and it doesn't work? Then I wasted money that I needed. Okay, so what did they just tell you? They just told you that they're not sold. They're just told you that they doubt it will work. Okay, and when someone's doubtful or confused, they won't make a decision, guys. And we don't want that. I don't want somebody's last dollar. I don't want somebody to be broke. But if somebody's just sitting there with, like, let's say $20,000, they got $30,000 in credit on their credit cards and they're froze solid with fear, and now they don't want to spend a dime unless they have to because we don't know what's going to happen. Well, then give them the confidence to say, I know what will happen if you do nothing. Nothing.
Right.
And then you have to paint the picture for them. What happens if you do nothing and your resources deplete? What kind of situation are you in then, Uriel?
Bad situation.
Bad situation, because now you can't even help yourself, brother. You sat there and froze until all of your options were gone. Don't do that. earmark something, make an investment, take action. Do not lay down. Okay, we're forced to work remote. Big deal. People still want to learn. People still will buy your course. And again, maybe it's not going to be $497. Maybe we do a special right now, the COVID special, $49. Now, by the way, Peter, you were talking about earlier that your course was worth $1,000. How many people do you think you get for $97? And not only that, as the people come in, you're collecting data, you're collecting emails, you're nurturing. And after this is all over, you've already have 8,000 people to go upsell something to. Or better yet, maybe we turn on the system, we come out with a free course, and now you're just getting your name out there during this. You're helping people during this because it's free. And then we embed an interactive upsell inside the system. So now all you're bragging about is being a freaking philanthropist and looking to help the masses. What would that do for your reputation? Austin?
I was checking my email. I got an email from the client. My bad.
Pay attention, you bastards. You guys see what I'm saying or no?
Yeah.
Yep, I see what you're saying.
Trust me when I tell you guys, turn into closers and you guys will make money through this. Be reps. I'm gonna have to clip you. Like I'm the same boat as everybody else, dude. I can only go so long before all my money's gone. So guess what I'm doing? I'm gambling money on you guys. I'm saying, hey, let me make sure they got money because they'll go out there and get me more money. So you guys have to go get me more money, or eventually, guess what? It didn't work. And I should have cut my losses today. If I had a crystal ball and it told me none of you guys are ever going to sell anything for 6 months, well then guys, I know Austin will be all right. He's with his mama. The rest of you guys, I'd say, hey, good luck to you, man. Sit at home in fear and don't spend a dime. Why? Well, because, dude, I don't want to spend money either. But these people aren't spending money. They're investing money. I'm investing in you guys. See what I'm saying?
Yep.
So you have to have the same belief in your head when you're talking to people. You have to like freaking sit up and be the voice of reason. You have to sit up and give people the confidence they don't have. Because a lot of people are going to sit there and do nothing, dude. They're so scared. They're just going to freeze up and paralyze. And then their money's going to go and their money's going to go and their money's going to go. And guess what? Now they don't have any options. Now they don't have any resources. Now they're fucked. You fucked them by not being a closer. Because I promise you guys, if they would invest a little bit of money and then it doesn't work, lower the price. It doesn't work. Increase the volume of people that are getting the offer. Now, again, you sell two types of people. Businesses that want to train people better. And you sell ATM machines, web-based ATM machines. You sell ATM machines. You sell recurring revenue. You sell safety. You sell survival. You can't sell survival. You can't sell safety. You can't sell reassurance. But you have to think that way, guys. You have to think that way. Other than that, man, like I said, between now and then, dude, just do the work, because if nothing else, data is obviously valuable. If I paid you guys all and you didn't sell shit, but 2 weeks later I figured out what everyone's saying and I made a course, or I shifted that investment in you guys making those calls and getting that feedback is valuable. Why? Because I'm not sitting back and doing nothing, guys. I'm going to figure out what the hell people need and want. Maybe it's a course. Maybe it's not a system. But I don't believe that. You know why? Because people need to go online right now, bro. And you're not calling the people. Right now, look online of all of these people. When they have a free webinar, look online. Look who's advertising. Those people are doing something. They're not afraid. The question is, can you get a hold of them? Can you slide in their DM? Anybody that you've been working in the past? Okay, think back. Who you've been working? Who was close? Who do you almost have a deal with, but they haven't pulled the trigger because they're waiting? Okay, call them up. I'm not saying I can do this, folks, but if I could get you a ridiculous discount, are you willing to do it? If I'm not going to call Brad for no reason. But if what you're telling me, Peter, is you're waiting because you're not sure and you're not traveling, so you're just going to sit tight. We already decided that doing nothing isn't the right idea. Maybe I can make it worth your while by saving you a shit ton of money.
If you can do that, Brad, fully open.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. You know we sell the package for 15 grand or whatever the number is. What am I going to have to do? What am I going to have to get approved to get you to swipe a card and pull the trigger? Now let them answer you. All I did was plant the seed. And they say, they say, well, dude, if you'll be surprised. Some people might be like, if you can do it for 40, let me see if I can do that. Don't get excited either. Let me see if I can do that. I'm not saying I can, by the way. Don't get mad if they say no. But I know Brad, or I know the management, or I know this company, and they are doing nothing but trying to help people. And if that helps you pull the trigger and not sit there like a paralyzed little bitch, I'm going to make that call for you. But you got to guarantee me, Peter, if they say yes, you're not backing out.
We've got a deal. If we can do it for $9,000, I'm all in.
All right, can you hold real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, hold on.
You muted me.
No shit. Yeah, you see how I muted me and turned my camera off? They don't need to see you going like this, do they?
No, sir.
Well, that's if you already knew what you could do. So right now, what I would tell you to do is go like that. Mute them out, pick up the phone and call me. Because you don't want them hearing because I'm going to ask some questions. Who is it? Like, I'm not going to freaking take somebody's money just to take somebody's money. Not right now, dude. People need their money. I wouldn't take a dime if I thought it wasn't going to work. But at the end of the day, guys, if you do your job and you become closers and you start to tell people, doing nothing is going to cost you your fucking future, if anything. Like, what if you did this and it doesn't work? You're out a couple $1,000, $3,000. What if you do nothing? Well, then I'll have $3,000 extra dollars. Until when? So you live 2 more weeks? You live 3 more weeks? What are your bills, Peter, a month?
For about $600 to $7,500 a month.
Now, see, I'm not afraid to ask that question. Are you?
No.
Someone says, well, that's none of your business. Well, hey, I apologize, Peter, but in a crisis like this, brother, I'm trying to make sure you don't make the same mistake I've seen other people make, which is do nothing. Hey, you know what? I don't like your attitude. Fuck off. What'd you lose?
Nothing.
You lost nothing, people. Here's how you're going to lose. Don't make calls. Sit there like a pussy and think, oh, no one's going to buy this stuff. And get terminated eventually, because if you don't produce, that's my only option. So guess what? Work your dick off, kids. Like, pick up the phone and have confidence and excitement. You guys are the voice of reason. You know how many people are in their heads right now? Dude, they're scared. They're watching TV. They're watching all this media, which is, dude, I'm telling you, I never get depressed. I never get worrisome. I'm sitting there last night. I'm sitting there going, oh, my God, the whole world's crashing. I literally had to fall asleep. I woke up and I'm like, started over. Like, holy crap, dude. What am I thinking? I said, stop sending me fucking COVID bullshit. I'm telling people, quit sending me doom and gloom bullshit.
Yep.
I don't give a fuck if everybody's dying. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
I don't care if everybody's dying. I'm looking for the people that are buying. Oh, you're just concerned with money. Yeah, blow me. I'm not listening to the doom and gloom, guys. I know common sense, and common sense is you sit there and do nothing, nothing's going to happen, and you will be screwed way worse than doing something and failing. You know why? Maybe I spend $2,000 or $3,000 and I get the word out there, and guess what? It doesn't sell like I thought it would. Well, guess what, guys? We only make money when you make money. So what do you think Brad Lee and everyone in the Lightspeed Network is doing right now? We're figuring out how to blow shit up online right now. You want to be with a whole group of people that make money online, or you want to be by yourself, worried? So guess what, guys? COVID ain't going away anytime soon. Your employees need to be trained, even if they're sitting at home. The best time to train them is when they're sitting at home. And if they're sitting at home working, guess what? They need sales and closing training more than anything right now. You know how hard it is to actually close people right now? What do you think I'm on the phone with you jack-offs for? Because I know what you guys are doing. Okay, well, okay. No. I'm gonna get you guys trained up. We're gonna do this every day. That's why I want some feedback. We'll take 45 minutes, but you guys have to take what I'm saying and actually implement it. And this recording right now is going to be downloaded, put into the training system for future, because I'm documenting what we're doing and what I'm saying. I got a camera right here. I got a camera right here. I'm documenting this whole thing, dude. In 6 months, I'll make a fucking movie how Lightspeed reacted to the COVID thing. Okay, and guess what? Guess what? We need to be strong for other people. You guys can't be pussies. There's a whole world filled with scared individuals that are going to do nothing. You guys are the team of people that I've selected to get on the phone, do the work, break your back, and convince people that doing nothing is not the smartest thing to do. If you want to grow and scale your business, you better freaking do 4 things. Concentrate on sales, customer service, compliance, and freaking team and personal development. People got to get better. So those 4 key areas you're going to focus on whether you're home or not. Now, again, if it's a restaurant you're calling, dude, put together some fucking cooking lessons, dude. I don't know, but I do know one thing. People are buying sales training. Closure school selling every day, dude. People are at home going, shit, dude, I better, skill up while I'm sitting down. Okay, businesses have people like you at home. Well, dude, sell them the business essentials so you can assign people shit and get their mind off the news. Chapman, how's your employees doing? I bet you they're a little scared, aren't they?
Yeah, pretty shook up. But
how are you keeping them pumped up? How are you keeping their minds off the bullshit if you're not giving them anything to put them into?
I'm not, man. I'm not.
Okay, so dude, don't just sit there and do nothing and hope all of your employees are sitting there strong like you are. Okay? Assign them training. Spin up a system, assign them training, make them go through it with repetition, and when this thing's over, Chapman, you are going to have a far superior team.
Yeah.
You can make content. You can communicate with them. You can literally make content like this. If I were recording this, this could end up being content for your own team. Because if you have sales, are you having sales meetings with your team?
Well, yeah, I mean,
those should be recorded. Those should be recorded and uploaded and then assigned repetition, because here's what effective training is. It's good content. That's what this is. You guys are getting it right now. That's good content, repetition, practice, and accountability. And let me tell you guys something. I'm never going to say this again the way I just said it. This is all live and natural shit, I'm telling you. So guess what? As soon as this is over, boom, 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 I could literally tell you guys to go through this 50 times. And if you don't go through it and you can't answer the questions, Go through it again and again and again. And pretty soon, dude, that repetition is working. Then I'm going to ask you to record your go-to meetings, and I'm going to listen to you practicing. And then I'm going to hold you accountable. And then my sales are going to go up. Or the quality of my sales team is going to go up. Because you cannot listen to me over and over and over, practice what I'm telling you, and not do better. It's impossible. And it's impossible for anyone, as long as you have good content, repetition, practice, and accountability. Where do you put those things? You focus it on sales, customer service, compliance, and personal and team development. Now, Peter, what we're going to do is we spin up this system. You can start assigning sales training. Some of the best sales training on earth. You can assign sales training to your sales team. If I were you, I'd assign it to all your employees. Anybody working from home, I guarantee I'd have them training a half hour a day before or after. And I'd be checking the reports because you'll see if they're doing it or not. And by the way, what if you assign training and you start to realize nobody's logging in like you're telling them to?
It's a big problem for me and my team.
Well, then guess what? That means your team is not engaged. Your team is scared. They're paralyzed. And it shows you who you need to deal with. Like Uriel and Austin were the first two on. What was I saying about these other three?
Are they working?
Yeah, dude, listen. You didn't get my motherfucking message? The fuck you doing? So trust me, when my little message goes ding, you better be paying attention, even if you're not working, and fake it. Because right now, I don't know if you're working or not. I guess I could log into AirCall or whatever and see, maybe I go look at your, and by the way, you guys know if you do a go-to-meeting, it tells me how many people did a go-to-meeting, how long you were on, who the parties were. If you did no go-to-meetings all day, you didn't do shit all day. And if I knew right now, Uriel and Chapman are not going to do shit no matter what you tell them to do, they're not going to do shit, boom, we'd be down to 3. Or I'll start fucking hiring off the internet. You know why? Because there's a whole lot of people wanting opportunities. We got opportunities, guys, but we have to see it as opportunities. This isn't, and again, guys, listen, I'm not yelling at you. I was thinking the same shit yesterday. Like, oh God, what are we going to do? Nobody's going to want to buy training systems. Holy crap. You know why? Because I was sitting there reading all the stupid shit all day long.
Yeah.
So if I knew I could get you guys to eliminate all social media, all news, anything bad, and just fill your head with positive shit for the next 30 days, that's worth money. That's worth the investment, as opposed to the opposite. I just keep paying you guys to consume social media, get paranoid, not make any calls, not be able to close shit until I let you go. That's wasting money. Investing money is saying, hey, as long as you guys are home, go read a book. I can't track this book, guys. I can't track this book. Otherwise, I'd say, go get this book and read it. I'd say, go get this book and read it. I don't know if you're reading it, but I can record something like this. I can record the book. I can read the book on recording and then make you go through the book, and then I can track you. So remember, businesses, the value is accountability. The value is repetition, even if they're doing this. Because you see companies going, hey, we're on our sales meeting and everyone's in their house just like this. Dude, if I got off this and that's all I did, this will leave your brain within a day or two. Maybe even an hour or two. But if I were doing the right thing, I would download this, throw it in Lightspeed, assign you guys training, repetition, and then tomorrow, you'll know it a lot better than if I didn't do that. And then the next day, and then the next day. But again, what does it take? Good content, repetition, practice, and accountability. If businesses aren't delivering good content repetitiously, making people practice and holding them accountable, they're wasting their time and they're wasting their money. Now, if a business guy called me right now and said, Brad, what do I do? This whole COVID thing is blowing my mind. You know what I would tell him? Stop watching the news. Stop letting fear paralyze you. Start focusing on 4 key areas of your business. Guess what they are, Austin?
Good content.
No.
Never mind. Sales, customer service, personal and team development, HR and compliance.
Not HR and compliance. And it's not in that order. It's sales, customer service, compliance, and personal and team development. That's what I'd tell them. I'd say, guys, focus on that. You want to focus on sales. You want to focus on customer service. You want to focus on getting your I's dotted and your T's crossed. And you want to focus on personal and team development. You want people to get better through the COVID, don't you?
Yep.
Okay, so how are you going to do it currently? Oh, well, we're having sales meetings. Good. Are you recording those sales meetings and delivering the repetition? No. Then it ain't going to work. You're having sales meetings for nothing. Folks, you can record your Zoom meeting. You can record your sales meeting, upload it to Lightspeed, assign repetition, and hold people accountable. Plus, you'll identify anybody that ain't fucking doing it. Now you can save that money and put it into your training system. Because if they're not doing training, they're not doing their job either. And if you're talking to someone that makes money online or it's a gen model, you already know the pitch. Don't just sit back and do nothing, folks. I'm telling you right now, that's not going to do anything. And you have to say it as convicted as I am, because I do believe that. Don't do nothing. You know what I could do right now? Get rid of the whole company and go, I'm going to wait for this to blow over. Meanwhile, I just eliminated 80 employees, saved a bunch of money, and now I'm just going to wait. I'm going to wait it out. Dude, when that money goes, I'm fucked. I mean, I'm personally not, but y'all would be. Bottom line is, the money goes, options go. The money goes, you can't make a move anymore. You don't have any more choices, folks. Take the head out of your booty hole and think. Doing nothing will get you nothing, folks. If you don't believe what I'm telling you, then I didn't do my job and sell you on the opportunity. The opportunity right now, Mr. Gambo, is very simple. Let's get what's in your head. Let's virtualize it. Let's put it in the Lightspeed system, and let's get it out there and help people in this time. What do you say?
Let's do it.
Let's go. Let me send you a link right now. By the way, when I'm on a horn like this, you guys know how to use the chat window, right?
Yeah.
So all I'm going to do is I'm going to know my code by heart, by the way. And I'm going to go like this. And I'm going to go like this. Open up your chat window and click that link. Matter of fact, share your screen before you do it. Boom. And then I'm going to let them spin it up. I'm not going to spin it up for them, Austin. And I'm not going to say, now send me your logo and let me show you how easy. I'm going to tell them to do it. I'll walk them through it, but I'm not doing it. They have to do the click agreement. They have to put in their credit card. They have to agree. But that's only because I'm badass. Anyway, what questions you got? And old Ludwig, you been listening or no?
Oh, man, of course I'm listening.
All right, so what questions you guys have?
Brad, I don't have a question, but I do have a comment about the gentleman who I posted on the chat, Mr. Brent. He's came in schedule once, but he's a player. He's the real deal, and he sees the light with online training. His wife, she's a big-time top exec at MetLife, I believe. And he says, my wife is killing meetings in her underwear and torn jeans. This is the best. I believe online is the future. He's sold. So he sees the need for online training. And this coronavirus certainly helped bring that home to him.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. You guys, we got the coronavirus to leverage.
Yep. Absolutely.
Especially, dude, if you get a speaker or a person that puts on seminars or anybody that used to go in person, that is your target for this. Why? I'm not letting anyone into my fucking house. I'm not going to any damn convention. I'm not going to any seminars. I'll do online. So look for people doing online. Hey, what are you doing? They're going to be like, yeah, we're just using GoToMeeting for that. We're just using Zoom. We don't need you. Dude, without repetition, practice, and accountability, that's not even going to work anyway. Why not take your meeting that you're going to sell anyway, drop it into a VT system, and then explain the good content, repetition, practice, and accountability to everybody that's on the call and sell them a follow-up system, which means you don't stop making the meetings. You keep advertising the meetings. That's just the entry point to the funnel. It goes to the meeting, to the upsell, to the recurring revenue on the VT system so it can be tracked, measured, and monitored. Don't just do one, do both. Guys, we got to react right now. We have to react big time if we want to make something happen. So anyway, you guys just keep doing what you're doing. Make sure you fucking work, though. Make sure that you literally make some fucking phone calls and you listen and you try and you fucking sit up and you quit fucking. And again, I mean, if you have to leave your camera off, go ahead. But, dude, you guys have to come across as confident and intelligent. You can't come across like a rep. Right now, there's 1 million reps that are going out of business. There's companies right now that have reps on the phone that need our training. Let me train your reps like I'm training mine. You don't think this is valuable?
Oh,
It's
it's super
extremely
valuable.
valuable,
Yeah,
Brad.
it's super
Good
valuable.
Good answer. Good answer. You know, and look, I get to sit home, hookah. I can go swimming if I want. I can go out and eat if I want. I don't have to waste any gas. By the way, gas money. How much time are you saving on your commute, Chapman? That's gas money. Ooh, we just found a little extra money now, don't we?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
By the way, you guys, you can tell people this because it's the truth. You don't have to pay your rent. Now, again, I'm not advocating that you don't pay your rent. But what I am advocating is that you pull a trigger and you get something going to where you can generate you and your family money, or nothing's going to happen until this is over. And it might not be over in 30 days. It might take 60 or 90. When do you want to wake up and take some action? Now, you come across the people like that, fellas, the chat room will be alive with just got one. Now, again, as far as packages go, I'd just try to sell the suite package. If people are, well, you can help me market. Hey, listen, if I can throw in a couple of funnels, just call them funnels, because that's what they need. They need a funnel. They need a sales page. What if I could throw in a couple funnels? You know, what if I could build you a funnel? Would you do the 5,000 if we can design your system, build you a funnel? Would that work? A funnel? We can build funnels, you know, fairly cheap, but really good. So let's say a funnel's $500 to us, and you threw one in for a 5K package. Well, now we only got 4,500, but guess what? They now have a really good fucking funnel to drive people to. Well, how do I drive people? Dude, you don't know how to do advertising on Facebook? There's lessons all over the internet on it. You want us to do it? We could probably do that. Maybe we take a little bit bigger piece. Maybe you have to spend a little bit more. What budget are you working on? See what I'm saying? So again, don't be committal. Always lean back to the company. What if I could get you half off? I still wouldn't do it. You wouldn't do it for half off, Austin? Holy moly. Just out of curiosity to make sure I'm not crazy, what if I could do it? What if I could do the 50 grand package right now for 10 grand?
If you can do it for 10 grand, I'll do it right now.
Well, I'm pretty sure they won't, but because I'm telling you, we spend more than that. But guess what? I know right now we are looking to help people, and I know that would help you. So hold on 1 minute and make sure that if I get them to approve this, that you're gonna do it right now.
Yeah, 50
Right.
grand, for 10 grand, I'll do it right now.
Again, don't get mad if they say no, but I'm willing to try for you, brother. Hold on. Austin.
Yeah.
Listen, they won't do 10, but they did say they'll do 20.
Man, that's tough. That's tough. I think it's a good deal. I appreciate the offer, but the money's tight. Money's tight.
Hey, I feel you. It's going to get even tighter if you don't do anything.
That is true. Yeah.
When you earn your business at 20, that's freaking damn near 60% off. See what I'm saying? You don't just say, oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
You work the deal. You close them. Hey, and worst case scenario, you go, listen, dude, I need to make money. You need to make money. Give me one more minute. Dude, you're not going to believe this.
What happened?
The guy that would normally say no and kill us is out. The sales manager, he just told me to shake your hand. I'm going to send you the link right now and send you an invoice. Congratulations. You just stole a 50K package.
Let's do it.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, and don't cost you or me money, because guess what? I might not take 10 grand to give them a 50K package. There's not that much markup in it. So don't just drop to get, because that's the easiest. Hey, dude, if I could take 10 grand off, that's 20%. Would that do something? Nah, no, we really want to wait. Dude, totally understand, but if you wait, nothing's going to happen. Well, I understand that, but. Yeah. What would I have to do? Let them tell you.
You've got to get to a place where you forgive yourself. You're allowed to make mistakes. In fact, failure is a part of success. Most people want to avoid failure so badly that they never succeed.